Welcome to your Sunday restorative yoga. We're going to start our practice today with a few postures up against the wall. So find yourself a bolster, a blanket, a cushion. Your makeshift bolsters can be made out of pillows, for example, as well. And come and join us sitting at the wall here. So finding yourself in a comfortable cross-legged position. If you want to, if you have your blanket handy, you can also roll it up if you find it uncomfortable to sit with crossed legs all the time. You can also pop it in between the space between your knees and your feet if you need to make it just that little bit more comfortable. That can also be done with a little cushion as well if you need. The blanket is probably a little bit easier because it can fit into those little crevices there. So sitting cross-legged if you can. If cross-legged is not an option, then feel free to just sit like so. Putting your bottom on a bolster or a cushion or a pillow, whatever you have available to you here. Sitting up nice and tall. If you would like this to be a little bit easier on your spine, feel free to push the bolster all the way towards the wall and sit your back up against it. Another thing for comfort is you could put your pillow, if it's quite thin, or even fold the blanket up behind you so that you can relax here. I won't use a pillow for mine, but I will sit my spine up against the wall. Placing the backs of your hands on your knees. Trying to give a nice tall spine, bringing your head in line with the spine here. Inhale for a breath before here. Closing down the eyes, starting to calm in this position here. And slowly exhaling for 4. Inhaling for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhaling for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhaling through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue with this breathing here. Feeling your spine lengthened. Feeling yourself sitting straight, stacking up all the bones of the spine. Feeling long from your tailbone to the crown of your head. With each breath, feel a sense of calm washing over the body. Nice big inhalations in through the nose, and nice big exhalations out through the nose. Visualizing the air that's expanding your lungs here. Maybe you like to think about it as a colour. And on the inhale, see that colour that you've chosen. Almost like a colour of smoke that is filling and expanding the lungs. And then on the exhale, letting that coloured smoke release all the way out of the body. Inhale, visualizing this coloured smoke. Any colour that resonates with you. And then exhale. Feel yourself pushing it all out of the body. On the inhale, imagining this smoke filling every crevice of the body. As you breathe in, imagine it expanding to every limb, every tension point of the body, every little space and nook and cranny. On the exhale, letting it all escape back out of the body from every corner and crevice. Three more big breaths here. Allowing that smoke to fill every corner of the body and then releasing it all out. One last big breath here. Slowly bowing your head, taking your fingertips and slowly walking them forward, keeping your legs crossed here. We're not here for very long. Inhale, stretch the front of the chest out, and then exhale, lower. Moving your hands further forward if you can. Inhale, stretching the front of the chest up. And then exhale. Let the head lower and the chest drop down closer towards you. Inhale, breathing, lifting the chest up. Just a little bit of dynamic movement here before we come to a rest in all of our postures. Exhale, lowering the head back down. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, lowering down. Walking the hands very gently over to the left side. Same thing here. Inhale, rising the chest. And then exhale, very slowly let it go. Inhale, rising the chest in. Exhale, slowly letting it low. Inhale, rising. Exhale, lowering. One last one on this side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Walking your fingers through the center and all the way over to the other side. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sink and lower. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sink and lower. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, sinking and lowering one last time. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, sinking and lowering. Taking your hands back to the center, walk yourself up into a seated position. Now removing your blanket or your cushion that you may have had there. We're going to come to put our legs up against the wall. So I find the easiest way to do it. You can sit quite close to the wall for this particular one if you want. On the next few, you will move a little bit further out. But I kind of bend my knees sideways and stick myself up on the bolster first. And then bring my legs up until you feel like you're in a comfortable position. So you don't have to be completely up against the wall. I'm going to take my blanket here. I'm going to rest the blanket underneath my head for a little bit more cushioning here. I'm going to take my arms just out to the side. You can bring them higher if you choose. A bit lower down might be a little bit more comfortable. And then up to you, if you want to move the bolster a little bit more under your lower spine so that you can drop the front edge over the bolster so you're more arched. That is up to you. You don't need to. You can keep it closer to the wall if you choose. Bringing your legs together. Bringing your toes to touch if you can. And relaxing here for the next 7 minutes. Remembering your 4 breath in and 4 breath out here. Your mind starts to wander, bring it back to the breath and the rise and the fall of the chest. If having the legs together starts to feel too uncomfortable, you can slightly take them apart. And also relax the knees slightly here if you need as well. Remembering you don't need to be completely up against the wall for this one. It's up to you. You can be a little bit further away.
One last minute here in this pose. Three last big breaths here. Starting to wiggle your toes and then very slowly bend your knees and drawing your heels closer down towards you. For your second position here, you're going to bring your left heel across the front of that knee. So if you find that you are too close to the wall, by all means lift the bolster up, bring yourself a little bit further back so that you have that ability to bring the left heel to sit on top of the right knee. You may also pick the other leg a little bit further up the wall if that makes it easier for you. If you want a little bit trickier and more of a stretch through your glute and an opening of your hip here, you can bring the knee a little further down the wall. Bring the foot, a little further down the wall. So holding this pose here. So find yourself in a comfortable position. Feel free to adjust the bolster. Feel free to adjust the blanket underneath your neck as well. Any tension that you're feeling in this pose here, try and take the breath to that tension. Inhale, recognizing where it is, and exhale, sending the breath there. One last minute in this pose here. Remember breathing through any tension. As we often say in yoga, the pose begins when you most want to let go. Three last big breaths here. One last big breath here. Slowly bring the knee in towards you, walk the feet back up the wall and feel free to Move them around and massage them a little bit. This particular pose is quite challenging to hold for the 7 minutes, which is why you have the option to rise your foot higher up the wall if you need to at any stage. And then slide the feet back down, crossing the right heel over the left knee. Relaxing yourself here, remembering the option to have it a little bit further up or the option to be a little bit further away from the wall by lifting yourself up and pulling your bolster back is also available to you. Relaxing here for the next 7 minutes. Find your internal focal point, your drishti, something to concentrate on. Maybe it's the breath. One last minute here in this pose. Concentrating on your breath, taking the breath to the area of tension. Three last big breaths here. Last big breath. Very slowly moving that knee in towards you, walking your foot back up the wall and the other. Feel free to shake them out. Releasing any accumulated tension there. So well done, that's quite a challenging restorative pose, although it does open up the hips, it does release a lot of tension in the glutes, and it does start to release a bit of trauma. So if any particular position is going to make you feel a little bit frustrated, a little bit sad, a little bit emotional, that is probably it. So don't feel silly if that has happened for you. Now the next position here, I'm just going to take my arms out a little bit from my shoulders, making sure my shoulders are still back and down. However, the pillow or the bolster stays underneath my lower spine. The blanket stays underneath my neck. You can move it if it feels like it's too pressed up, however. With your knees bent, you're going to drop the knees over to one side. Now, if you are on a smaller pillow, your knees might just drop down and touch the ground. If you are on the bolster, they will probably still be held up on one end of the bolster. Either is fine. If you find you're on a pillow and it's too much to drop them all the way down, you can pop another one underneath you as well, or another blanket. Closing the eyes down here, still trying to have the torso facing straight up, just letting the knees drop over without turning the rest of the body, which is why we try and sit the shoulder blades back down on the mat here. If that also feels challenging, you could grab another blanket and put some blankets just across the back so that your shoulder blades are a little bit softened. They're sitting on the blanket, for example. One last minute here in this position. Three last big breaths here. One last big breath here. And slowly start to walk the feet back up the wall with the knees bent, going to rest in the same position on the other side here. Remembering the shoulders drop back and down, the arms along the knees, stacked but with the torso still facing. last minute here in this pose. Three last big breaths here. One last big breath. Now from here, bring your other arm over until you're relaxing into a fetal position here. Take 3 little breaths here before you push yourself up. In our next position, we'll be coming to lay on our stomach on the mat with a small towel or blanket just underneath our stomach. So when you are ready and you feel like the legs are a little bit more relaxed, move yourself away from the wall. Move your bolster out of the way as well. Now I'm going to come and roll up the blanket. Or even if you have a little cushion, that would do it as well. I'm going to lay on my stomach here with the cushion or the blanket just lower than my hips. Just so it keeps a nice little curve of the spine. I'm going to fold my hands forward, and then up to you, you can either rest your forehead with your head facing straight down, or if it feels uncomfortable, you can choose a side to put your head to, whichever one's most comfortable. Let the legs relax as well, so untuck the toes. If the heels just want to fall out to the side and the legs are completely relaxed here, that's fine. Remembering, still focusing on your breathing here, despite the fact that the chest is now touching the mat. On each inhale, think about how much you could lift that chest away and expand the ribcage out to the side. And on the exhale, perhaps you want to think about how much you can relax it back down and touch your chest as close and feel like it's dropping into the mat as much as you can. Your last minute here in this position. Three last big breaths here. One last big breath.
then very slowly rise yourself up. Bring yourself onto the side, bring your bolster just underneath, or your makeshift bolster. Maybe it's one pillow or two pillows. Now we will use a little bit of everything here. So remembering this is probably another blanket if it's not a cushion. This may be a couple of cushions if it's not a bolster. And this will be a blanket or a towel of some description. What you're going to do is lay a little bit of distance between each of them. You'll lay your side over the bolster, bringing your arm to rest and then bringing your head to rest. So if you feel that you need to roll up your cushion or your blanket or your pillow in order to feel a little bit more protected here, that's fine. The other thing we're going to do is put the blanket in between our knees and then try to bring our feet and our knees in line here. Anyone with lower back issues, this is also how they advise that you sleep with a pillow in between your knees. If you have any lower back issues, it's quite advisable to sleep on your side with a pillow in between your knees. So you may have been told this before if that has been the case. So I'm just trying to relax my shoulder down in between the bolster and my head on the pillow. But whatever feels most comfortable for you. Feel like you are not straining the neck, not straining the low back here. And then relax with the hands wherever they feel comfortable. So for me, I'm just going to rest this front one, top one over the bolster and the other one at the bottom. You have 7 minutes now.
One more minute here in this position. Three last big breaths here. One last big breath. When you're ready, slowly rising yourself up, changing to the other side. So you can just turn and face the other way so that I don't have my back to you. I'm going to turn around and face this way. You can just roll yourself obviously over to the other side. So remembering the blanket between the knees. Knees and hips up against your makeshift bolster. The arm relaxing and the shoulder down. And then resting the head however best feels manageable with a cushion or a blanket or a towel raised as much as you need to for your own comfort through your neck here. When you find your comfortable position, closing your eyes down here. One more last minute here in this position. Three last big breaths. One last big breath here. And then slowly rise yourself up, preparing yourself for your Shavasana. So you may rest your head on a blanket, you may put the bolster underneath your knees here as well if you choose. Or you can lay completely down on your mat. Put the blanket under my head today, seeing as it's there. Relax your arms down by your sides. Just let the feet fall naturally however they want to fall, especially from the knees if they're on the bolster down. If they want to fling out to the side, that's fine. Try and find a nice comfortable position for your low back here. If you have another blanket, it's also a good time to use this to cover your body for a bit of warmth if you need, especially on a day like today. Try and have your palms facing up towards the ceiling. And close your eyes down, focusing on your breath here. Taking one last big final breath here and starting to bring your attention back into the room by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Feel free to move your head from side to side, releasing any tension that may still be there. Rock yourself to one side in the fetal position. Move your bolster away from your feet. And relax here for another 3 breaths before you're ready to push yourself up into a seated position. Very slowly begin to bring yourself back up. And simply sitting cross-legged without any props in your way, unless of course you'd like a blanket over you if you are a bit chilly here. Sitting nice and tall, straight through the spine with your hands in prayer position here. Keeping your eyes closed down. Breathing in through your nose. Rising your thumbs to sit in between your eyebrows of third eye here. May you think kind thoughts. Bringing your thumbs to rest at your lips here. May you speak kind words. Bringing your thumbs to rest at the center of your chest and heart space. May you go from here with love in your heart. Namaste. You may bow forward to yourself to thank yourself for your practice. Hope you enjoyed your restorative yoga. I will see you for your next class.